Chapter 2. The Lady Closes the Deal. When we unloaded the shirts into our house, the fetid clues we'd been inhaling all the way home proved true. The shirts had not been washed since the Spanish paratroopers took them off. The Chinese laundry we frequented in North Beach was out of the question. It would charge more to launder the shirts than we paid for them. The only economical solution was to wash them ourselves, a load at a time. We finished only a few loads before we had to take a break and prepare for a long-arranged dinner party scheduled that night at our home. Our friend Herbert Gold, the novelist, was one of our guests. When Herb asked the way to the toilet, we directed him downstairs to the only bathroom in the house, which happened to be next to the washer-dryer. A few minutes later, he rushed back up the steps, beaming a broad, impish smile, and interrupted the patter at the dinner table by presenting, as a matador might hold up a cape, one of the Spanish paratrooper shirts. "What is this?" he demanded in his deep baritone voice. I told him. Had I said it was the shirt Ernest Hemingway himself had worn while covering the Spanish Civil War, I don't think he would have been happier. "I want one," he said. "How much?" The words, "Take it, Herb, it's yours," were about to come off my lips when Patricia interjected, "$6.50. "But he's our friend," my eyes pleaded across the table. Her eyes brushed me off. "Plus tax," she added sweetly. Banana Republic was born. An exultant Herb took off his trademark denim shirt and put on his new Spanish paratrooper shirt right in front of us. We were all smiling until he slipped his arms into the sleeves. The cuffs fell well above his wrists. Patricia ran downstairs to get him another, but the sleeves on that shirt were also too short. And another, and another, and another. Every single one of the shirts was the same. So this is why the Spaniards had declared them surplus, I thought. By this point, nothing was going to deter Patricia. "Nobody would think of keeping the sleeves on a shirt like this rolled down, Herb," she said with an almost scary authority, rolling them up for him until they rakishly clung to Herb's elbows. She stood back, touched a finger to her chin, and nodded her head to show how pleased she was. Herb caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror. "Fabulous," he declared. 6 miles from San Francisco off the 101 freeway is Marin City, where every Sunday a huge dusty lot was transformed into a thriving flea market. We would sell the shirts there, we decided. Over the next few days, we washed, ironed, and folded every one of them. Sunday morning, off we went, sign in hand. Short-armed Spanish paratrooper shirts, $6.50. There was no lack of curiosity. Many people stopped to touch the shirts and ask about them, but by the end of the day, we'd sold barely enough to pay the $30 booth fee. We had a problem. A Chronicle paycheck flashed in my mind for a second, though I knew I could never go crawling back there. Patricia had a better solution. "We need to double the price," she said. "The shirts are too cheap. People can't appreciate the value." The next Sunday, we went back to the same flea market. This time, Patricia herself wore a Spanish paratrooper shirt belted at the waist with tight jeans and heels. She also dressed me up in one with the collar slightly raised and the sleeves, of course, rolled up. Same table, same spot, same everything except the sign, which now read, "Short-armed Spanish paratrooper shirts, $12.95. It was a new day. By the end of it, we sold more than 100 shirts, 102 to be exact. Times $12.95 equals $1,390. We had a good laugh. No one would ever believe us. We decided to fast-track. It was time to graduate from flea markets. With more than $1,000 in the bank, Banana Republic needed a store. I knew a real estate agent in town. Sure enough, he had a spot in our price range, if we didn't mind something a little unconventional. He showed us a 400-square-foot space a few blocks from downtown Mill Valley. The rent was $250 per month. The unconventional part? The store had to remain unlocked at night because there was an Aikido studio upstairs with classes at all hours, and the students needed access to come and go through the store's